You talk, and no one remembers. You try harder, and they forget you faster. Then another man walks in, says less than you, and suddenly the room goes quiet. Same room, same people, different weight. And here's the part that stings. It's not talent, it's not luck, it's not even confidence. It's something colder. He doesn't need them, you do. And that changes everything. So before we go further, comment one word: wait. Most men think the problem is what they say. Wrong. The problem is why they say it. You're not speaking to express, you're speaking to be accepted. And people can feel it. They don't analyze it. They don't debate it. They just feel the pull, or the lack of it. This video isn't about communication tricks. It's about removing the hidden desperation that makes your presence weak. Because once that's gone, everything changes. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire, yet wrote reminders to control his own mind. Epictetus owned nothing, yet kings listened when he spoke. Not because they were loud, but because they weren't begging. That's the difference. That's the game. Picture this: Vancouver, after work drinks. You're talking to a girl. You're sharp. You're funny. You're trying. Too much. You ask question after question. You fill every silence. You lean forward like the conversation is oxygen. And slowly, she leans back. Not because you're boring, because she feels your need. You're not talking to connect. You're talking to keep her. And that makes you light. Now watch the other guy. He says less. He pauses. He doesn't rush to impress. He lets silence breathe. And suddenly, she's the one leaning in. Same words? No. Same energy? Completely different. One man is trying to be chosen. The other already chose himself. Here's the truth most men avoid. Desperation is louder than your words. You can hide it with jokes, with charm, with effort, but people still feel it. And they step back. Every time. Action? Next time you speak, remove one sentence. Then another. Say less. Watch how people react. Not because you became smarter, but because you stopped chasing. If this already hits, take 1 second. Hit like, subscribe, but don't break the focus. This isn't entertainment. This is correction. Now, Toronto. Glass meeting room. Monday morning. Your manager asks a hard question. Your chest tightens. You jump in fast, too fast. Words stacking on top of each other. You explain everything, hoping something lands. You're not answering. You're selling. Selling your intelligence. Selling your value. Selling your place in the room. And here's what happens. People stop listening halfway through. Not because you're wrong, because you're trying too hard to be right. Then another guy speaks. Calm. Slow. Maybe we're solving the wrong problem. Then silence. He stops. No extra explanation. No filler. And suddenly, everyone looks at him. He didn't say more. He carried more weight. Speed is a signal. When you rush, you reveal fear. Fear of being ignored. Fear of looking stupid. Fear of being replaced. And in today's world, that fear is everywhere. AI replacing jobs. Layoffs cutting teams. Younger guys coming in cheaper, faster, hungrier. You feel it, so you compensate. You talk more, push more, try harder. And it backfires, because the man who doesn't rush signals something dangerous. He's not afraid of losing the room, which makes the room afraid of losing him. Action. Next time someone asks you a question, pause. 3 seconds. Feels uncomfortable. Good. That's where weight is built. Then answer. Short, direct, stop. Let them come back to you. Montreal. AI Tech Meetup. Someone asks you something technical. You don't know. Your brain scrambles. You feel the pressure. Everyone's watching. This is where most men break. They start talking, circling, throwing jargon like smoke, hoping no one notices. But they do, because nothing exposes insecurity faster than fake knowledge. Now watch the man with weight. Same situation, same pressure. He says, I don't know, but I'll find out, and stops. No damage to his status, no loss of respect. In fact, it goes up. Because honesty is rare. And rare things carry weight. You think pretending protects you. It doesn't. It exposes you. Slowly, quietly, but permanently. People don't call you out. They just stop trusting you. And once trust drops, your words become noise. Action. Practice saying I don't know without lowering your voice. No smile, no apology, just truth. Then move forward. That's power. Now, locker room. Late evening. Your friend just got laid off. He's sitting there, staring at the floor. You feel the urge to fix it. You'll be fine. Something better will come. You fill the silence because his pain makes you uncomfortable. But here's the reality. You're not helping him. You're escaping him. Most men can't handle stillness, especially emotional stillness. So they talk, they patch, they distract, anything to avoid sitting in something heavy. But the man with weight does something different. He looks him in the eye, says, "That's heavy," and stays there. No solution, no escape, just presence. And that builds respect deeper than any advice ever could. Because real strength isn't fixing everything. It's not running when things get uncomfortable. Most men fail here, not because they're weak physically, but because they're weak emotionally. They can't sit in discomfort, their own or others. Action: next time someone opens up, don't rush to respond. Sit, listen, hold eye contact. Let the silence exist. You'll feel the urge to break it. Don't. That's where your presence grows. Toronto again. First date. Silence hits. Long one. You feel it. Your brain panics. Say something. Anything. You joke. You laugh. You feel it. And just like that, tension dies. And tension is where attraction lives. Silence isn't empty. It's pressure. And pressure creates curiosity, pull, interest. But only if you can hold it. The man who can't handle silence can't control himself. And if you can't control yourself, nothing about you feels stable. Women don't consciously think this. They feel it. The guy who stays calm in silence feels grounded, solid, unshaken. The guy who fills it feels unstable, reactive, easy to read, and easy to replace. Action, next, silence. Don't break it. Hold eye contact. Relax your body. Let her speak first. It will feel long. It's not. It's just unfamiliar. Now, Ottawa. Small office. You're overloaded. Tired, barely keeping up. Someone asks for another favor. Your instinct? Say yes. Always yes. Because saying no feels dangerous. You think, if I say no, they'll replace me. If I say no, they'll stop liking me. So you say yes. Again. And again. And slowly, you disappear. Not physically, but in value. Because a man who says yes to everything stands for nothing. And nothing has no weight. Now watch the other man. Same situation. He listens, thinks, looks them in the eye, says, no. No explanation, no apology, just no. And strangely, people respect it. Because boundaries signal value, scarcity, control. You think saying yes keeps you safe. It doesn't. It makes you invisible. And here's the deeper fear, the one you don't say out loud. You're afraid, if you stop giving, no one will choose you. So you overgive, overwork, over-explain, and still feel unwanted. Because being chosen through sacrifice isn't being chosen, it's being used. Action: start small. One no this week. No excuse, no long explanation, just clear, direct, calm, and feel what happens. Here's the twist. Loneliness isn't being alone. It's performing for people and still not being chosen. You can be surrounded and feel invisible. You can be busy and feel replaceable. You can be liked and still feel unwanted. Because deep down, you know they're not choosing you. They're choosing the version of you that keeps saying yes. But when you drop the need for approval, something shifts. You stop chasing attention, and attention starts coming to you. You stop over-explaining, and people start listening. You stop filling silence, and silence starts working for you. That's weight, and it's built, one decision at a time. 2,000 years ago, men with nothing held more presence than kings, not because of power, but because they didn't need validation. And today, nothing has changed. If you made it this far, you already feel it. So type this in the comments. I choose presence over approval. And if you're ready to become the man who doesn't need to speak much, but still gets heard, watch the next video.